A very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the class. So I welcome both YouTube students as well as the Zoom students. I'm Chinmay. I'm working as a program associate in JME Hassan, and I'll be continuing this chapter sequence and series for you all. So yes, before starting the class, let me know whether I'm clearly audible to you all and clearly the screen is clearly visible to you all. So if everything is clear, then we can move ahead. So please respond in the chat box whether I'm clearly audible to you all and the screen is clearly visible to you all. Okay. Fine. Okay. Well, I can see that there is no disturbance. So we'll begin with our today's class. So students, in previous class, we have learned about the geometric progression, right? We learned about the arithmetic mean, geometric progression, and we also studied few properties of geometric progression. So in our today's class, we'll start with some more properties of geometric progression and we'll see what is geometric mean. We'll solve few problems on that. Then we'll see what is harmonic mean and we'll solve few problems based on that. Okay. So this will be the brief content of today's class. So without wasting much of the time, so let's begin with the today's class. Right? Okay. Well, so here are some questions to recall, okay? So let me see how many of you can remember the things that we learned in the previous class. Fine. So here I have a few questions. Please to answer these questions in the chat box. The first question is, let A1, A2, A3, so on up to AN be n arithmetic mean between A and B. Then what will be the sum of that n arithmetic mean equal to? Yes, we have learned this in the previous class, right? I had given a homework based on this property also. So what will be the sum of the n arithmetic means? Answer me in the chat box. Okay. So sum of the n arithmetic mean will be equal to n into arithmetic mean between A and B. So what is the arithmetic mean between A and B? A, B. If these are terms of AP, then arithmetic mean between A and B will be A plus B divided by 2. Okay. So sum of the n arithmetic mean between A and B will be equal to n into arithmetic mean between a single A and B. Okay. Well, so the next one is if A, B, C are in GP, then what is B square equal to? So tell me what is B square is equal to? B square is equal to it will be the product of the last term and the first term, right? If A, B, C are in GP, then B square will be equal to A into C. Okay? Correct? Well, yeah. So if this is clear, then we'll go to the next one. So next is homework problem. Yeah. So this was the question asked by Jenny Ballari yesterday. Ma'am, please solve this question. I have given a hint to you all and I have asked you all to solve it, right? So if anybody I will solve, then please answer me in the chat box. Okay. So if you haven't solved, then no issues. We'll just proceed with the solution once. So what was our question? Our question was, n arithmetic means are inserted. Yes, n arithmetic means are inserted between 7 and 49 and the sum is found to be 364. Then n is, see, we have a 7 and 49 as the first and last term and n arithmetic means are inserted A1, A2, so on up to an. What they're asking? And they said that the sum is found to be 364. So A1 plus A2, so on up to AN is equal to 364. I can equate it to N into single arithmetic mean between this single arithmetic mean of AP, right? Between A and B. Here A is nothing but 7 and B is nothing but 49. So what it gonna be? It gonna be 7 plus 49 divided by 2. Well, so what will be N is equal to then? N will be equal to 364 into 2 divided by 49 plus 7. That is 56. So when you compute it, what's the N value you're going to get? You will get N is equal to 13. Fine. I hope this is clear to you all. Any doubt in this? Okay. So this was the homework question. So answer is N is equal to 13. So if you have solved it, then please do cross verify. Fine. Well, if this is clear to you all, then we'll move it with the next one. Okay. What is next? Okay. Next is properties of geometric progression. In our previous class, we learned 2 properties, right? So we'll just continue those. Okay. So what's the next property that we have? The next property states that if in GP, the product of 2 terms which are equidistant from the first and the last term is constant and is equal to the product of the first and last term. Okay. So let me consider a GP. Okay. Let me consider GP. Say A1, A2, so on up to AN. Fine. This is a GP. And let there be some terms K units from the first. Let AK be the term which is at K unit from the beginning. And we have to consider one more term which is K unit from the end point, that is AN. So the one more term which is K unit from the AN will be what? AK AN minus K plus 1. Okay. So if you consider this term from the beginning, its position will be AN minus K plus 1. So if I consider 2 terms which are equidistant from the beginning and the end, product of those 2 terms, that is AK into AN minus K plus 1, will be equal to product of the first term and the last term, that is A1 into AN. Okay. So in case of arithmetic progression, what was it? What was the property? In the case of arithmetic progression, it was sum, right? So in the case of geometric progression, it will be product. So is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? So let me know if you have any doubt in this. Yes? Okay. If there is no doubt in this, then we'll move it. Next. So next is, if each term of GP be raised to the same power, then resulting sequence is also a GP. So let me consider a GP. Say A1, A2, A3, so on. Okay. Let this be a GP. Each term is raised to some same power. Say I consider that power as K. Then A1 raised to K, we get one sequence here. That's A1 raised to K, A2 raised to K, A3 raised to K, so on. So this sequence that we get will also be a GP. So this is what our property says. Okay, you can take one example and check. You can take example 1, 2, 4, so on. And you can raise the power of this by 2, where K is equal to 2 you consider. You get one sequence and you can check that that sequence will also be GP. Fine. Is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Yeah? Okay. Okay. If there is no doubt, then we'll move ahead. Okay. We'll go to the next one. So what does next property says? Next property says that if A1, A2, A3, so on up to AN is a GP of positive terms, okay? This A1 to AN, it's a GP of positive terms. Then log A1, log A2, log A3, so on up to log AN is in AP and vice versa. So what they're saying, if these terms are in GP, then if I consider log to the each term, log to this each terms, then those terms, sequence formed by those terms will be what? AP. And what do we mean by vice versa? By that we mean if log A1, log A2, so on up to log AN are in GP, then it implies that A1, A2, so on up to AN are in AP. Okay. They have mentioned, look at here, they have mentioned that A1, A2, A3 up to AN must be positive terms. Why they should be positive terms? Tell me. Yeah. Why? Because log is defined only for the positive argument, right? If argument is positive, then only log is defined. That's the reason this A1, A2, A3 up to AN, all terms should be what? Positive. So is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Okay. Fine. So if this is clear to you all, we'll go to the next part. Next is another property here. This property states that if two GPs are multiplied or divided, then the resulting sequence is also a GP. So let me consider two GPs, okay? I'll take, let A1, A2, A3, AN, let this be one GP, like this, and B1, B2, B3, so on up to B and B, another GP. Now, if I multiply each term of this GP respectively, I'll get another sequence, that is A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, so on, okay? So another sequence that I get here will also be what? GP, okay? And if I divide these terms, then I will get A1, B1, A2, B2, A3 by B3, so on. And this resulting sequence that we get will also be what? GP. So this is what the property says. So you can verify this by considering some example. Okay. Considering two random GPs and multiply the respective terms of that, and you can verify this. Okay. Similarly, you can divide and you can verify it. Those terms will be in what? GP. Okay. Well. So is this clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Okay. You two people, do you have any doubt? Is it clear to you all? Please do respond in the chat box. Okay. Well then. So if there are no doubt, we'll go to the next part. So next we have an example here. Okay. So let's try to solve this. So what the example says? So the statement here is the sum of three numbers which are consecutive terms of an AP is 21, and if second number is reduced by 1 and the third number is increased by 1, we obtain three consecutive terms of GP. Find the numbers. They're saying that there are three numbers and those three numbers are what? They're in AP and their sum is equal to 21. If we consider the second number and we reduce it by 1, and if we consider the third number and if we add 1, whatever the sequence that we get, three terms that we get, those terms will be in what? GP. Then they're asking us to find the value of those three numbers. Okay. So as they said, these three terms are in AP. previously while discussing the properties of AP, we discussed, right, whenever they ask for 3 terms in AP, what are the 3 terms that we have to consider? Tell me. What are the 3 terms of AP that we consider? Answer me in the chat box. Yes. Okay. So 3 terms of AP that we consider are A minus T, A plus T. Okay. So these are the 3 terms of AP. Okay. Now they're saying that sum is equal to 21. So A minus T plus A plus D is equal to what? 21. So this implies this DD get cancels. 3A is equal to 21. So it implies A is equal to what? 7. Okay. So what will be the 3 terms of AP now? There will be 3 minus 7. Sorry. Okay. It's 7 minus T. Correct? 7 minus T. 7 plus D. Okay. So these are the 3 terms of AP. Now what are they saying? They're saying that if they reduce the second term by 1 and if they increase the third term by 1, whatever the resulting 3 terms that we get, those will be GP. So what are the resulting 3 terms that we'll get? We'll get 7 minus T, as it is. This will be 6 and the last term will be 8 plus D. Okay. So these 3 terms will be what? They'll be GP. Now tell me, whenever we have 3 terms in GP, what we have to do? What can we say about those 3 terms when those 3 terms are in GP? Tell me. So previously, during recall itself, we discussed if A, B, C are in GP, what can we say about those 3 terms A, B, C? Yes? Answer me in the chat box. Okay. I can say square of the middle term is equal to product of the first and the last term, right? That is 7 minus D into 8 plus D, right? Correct? Sorry, middle term is 6. So this is gonna be 6 square. Square of the middle term is equal to product of the first and the last term. Well, now 6 square is what? It is nothing but 36. So it is equal to, just multiply this. What are you gonna get? 56 plus 7D minus 8D minus D square. And if you take all the terms on other side, you will get D square plus D minus 20 equal to 0. So just solve this, okay? Just solve this. You will get value of D. You will get 2 values of D. So tell me the values of D. Let me know. It's a quadratic question, right? So of course you have to get 2 values of D. So 2 values of D will be, come on, you 2 people, come on. So when you factorize it, you're gonna get D is equal to 4 and D is equal to minus 5. So what does it mean? We have A values and we have got 2 D values. It means we're gonna get 2 different set of numbers. 2 different set of numbers having 3 numbers each. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. Well, okay. Oh, sorry. I'll just add a page here. Okay. We already know A is equal to 7. And in the first case, D is equal to what? 4. Fine. So what will be the 3 terms now? 3 terms are nothing but A minus T, A plus T. So they're gonna be 7 minus 4, 3, 7, and 7 plus 4, 12. So 11. Okay. Correct. So these are the 3 terms. And the case 2, if D is equal to minus 5, so what will be the 3 terms? A will be 7 only. So 3 terms will be 7 minus of minus 5, that is 12, then 7 middle term, and a plus t, that is 7 minus 5, 2. So this will be the 3 terms. So understood? Is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? YouTube students as well as Zoom students, any doubt in this? Is it clear? Okay. So if this is clear to you all, then we'll move to the next one. Okay. So the next is geometric mean. So what do we mean by geometric mean? If A, B, C are in GP, then B is said to be the geometric mean between A and C if B squared is equal to AC, okay? So if A, B, C are in GP, then B is a geometric mean between A and C, and that is given by B squared is equal to A into C. So geometric mean of A and C will be what? B, and that will be equal to root of AC. Yes? How actually we got this? We got this using the definition of geometric progression itself. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, if A, B, C are in GP, then ratio between two consecutive terms must be same, right? So B by A will be equal to C by B. So this will imply B squared is equal to A into C. Okay, we already done this. So is this clear to you all? What is geometric mean between two terms? Any doubt in this? Yes, students, do you all have any doubt in this? Okay. If there is no doubt, then we'll go to the next one. So what is next? Next is n geometric means between two numbers. If A and B, if A, B are two given positive numbers and A, G1, G2 up to Gn, Gn and B are in GP, okay? These terms are in GP, then this G1, G2, G3, so on up to Gn, these are known as what? N geometric means between A and B, okay? Now how to find this G1, G2, G3 values? When first term and the last term is given to us, when A and B is given to us, how can we compute that? So let's see that. So these are the n geometric means between A and B. Okay. So as these terms are in GP, what can I say? Let R be what? Common ratio. Okay, here R is a common ratio. Then as these terms are in GP, what can I say? What can I say about the ratio of consecutive terms? That will be equal to R, right? So here I consider Gn and B. So ratio of B by Gn should also be equal to R, isn't it? As these terms are in GP, the ratio should be equal to common ratio. Now observe here. This is the first term A and G1 is the second term. As R is the common ratio, its value will be A into R. G2 is the third term, its value will be A into R square. So on up to Gn, its value will be what? A into R raised to N. Correct? Isn't it? A into R raised to N, right? So just replace its value here. So what we will get? We will get B divided by A into R raised to N is equal to R. Okay? So this implies that B by A is equal to R raised to N plus 1. Fine? B by A is equal to R raised to N plus 1. Now what will be the R here? If B by A is equal to R raised to N plus 1, what will be R value? Make use of law of exponents. So when you shift power to the other side, what happens to this? It becomes 1 by n plus 1, right? So R will be equal to B divided by A whole raised to 1 by n plus 1. So if you shift power to the other side, it becomes root. So nth power, if you shift on the other side, it will be the nth root, okay? It's a law of exponent. So this is the value of R now. Now, what will be GR is equal to? If Gn is equal to A into R raised to n, okay, I'll take another term other than R. It might confuse you all. Okay. So what will be Gk is equal to, tell me? Some Gk is some any term between G1 and Gn. Okay. So the Gk will be equal to what? It will be equal to A into R raised to K, right? So it will be equal to what? A into B by A whole raised to K divided by n plus 1. Correct? So this will be kth geometric mean value. So if A and B are given to you and you know the position of the geometric mean, you can find the value of that geometric mean, okay, using this formula. Fine. So is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this derivation of this formula? Please do respond in the chat box if you have any doubts. Okay. If there is no doubt, then we'll move ahead. So next is node pointing. What does it? Node point states that product of n geometric means inserted between A and B is the nth power of the single geometric mean between A and B. Okay. Between A and B, we have n geometric means, that is G1, G2, so on up to Gn. Okay. Then product of those all geometric means will be equal to nth power of the geometric mean between A and B. So previously itself we discussed, if G is the geometric mean between A and B, then G will be equal to root of AB, a single geometric mean. So product of this will be equal to root of AB whole raised to n. Okay. Try to remember this. In the case of arithmetic mean, what we found? We found the sum of the n arithmetic means, right? So in the case of geometric mean, we can find the product of the n geometric means. Okay, using this formula. So is this clear to you all? What is the product of n geometric means? Any doubt in this? So let me know if you have any doubt in the chat box. Okay. Well, I can see that it's clear to you all. So we'll move to the next part. Well, there's a question here. So what does this question state? State that if 5 GMs are inserted between 486 and 2 by 3, then fourth GM will be. Yes. They're asking us to find the fourth GM. The options given here are 4, 6, 12, and minus 6. Try to solve this problem and let me know answer in the chat box. JNV Bijapur, try to solve this problem. And other members too, try to solve this problem and let me know answer in the chat box. You'll get some time for this, okay? Well, we already discussed, right, how to find kth GM. Just in the previous slide we discussed when first term and last term are given and you know how many GMs are there in between those terms, you can find the value of that GM. Just make use of that formula and find the value of fourth GM. Let me know. So please post your answers in the chat box, okay? Here A is equal to what? If I compare this with the general formula, A will be what? 486. B will be what? 2 by 3. And N is number of geometric means. How many terms do we have between 486 and 2 by 3? 5 GMs, right? 5 geometric means are inserted. So N is equal to 5. So find the value of G for 4 geometric mean. Yeah. Okay. So we know, right? We already know. What is that? GK is equal to A into B by A whole raised to K divided by N plus 1, right? Correct. So G4 will be what? Fourth geometric mean. It will be equal to A. A is nothing but 486 into B divided by A. So D2 divided by 3 into 486 whole raised to K by N plus 1. So 4 divided by 6. So it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 486 into 4 by 6 is nothing but 2 by 3. It's square and cube root. So this is gonna be cube root and square of these numbers. Correct? 2 by 3 into 486, whatever we get, square of this number. Now just compute this value. You will get the value of what? G4. Okay? Quickly solve it. If this is confusing to you all, first find the common ratio. Okay, if this is confusing, then what you can do? You can find common ratio first. Right? Common ratio will be what? R is equal to B by A raised to 1 by N plus 1, right? So it's gonna be yes, 2 by 3 into 486 whole raised to 1 by 6. So when we calculate, what we're gonna get? We want some. Yes. So yeah, R will be what? 1 by 3. R will be 1 by 3. So what will be G4? G4 will be A into R raised to 4, right? So it's gonna be 486 into 1 by 3 whole raised to 4, okay? So just compute this. Now it is much simpler, right? Much simpler. So just compute this. You'll get the value of G4. Tell me the answer. Let me know. Yeah. The answer will be what? It will be equal to 6, okay? So 3 raised to 4. 3 into 3, 9. 9 square, it will be 81. 486 divided by 81 will be 6. Fine? So this is the answer. Is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Yes? Okay. So please text in the chat box if you have any doubt, or at least say yes or no, okay? So that I can know you are understanding the things. Fine? Well then, if this is clear to you all, we'll go to the next part. So next is what? Next we have one question, okay? This is a previous year JEE question. So what this question says, it says that let 1 by 16 A and B be in GP and 1 by A, 1 by B, comma 6 be in AP, okay? Where A, comma B is greater than 0. Then they're asking us to find the value of 72 into A plus B. See, these three terms are in GP. And these three terms, 1 by A, 1 by B, and 6 are are in what? AP. So if this is the case, what will be the value of 72 into A plus B? Tell me, what can we do here? Yes. What? See, when I say 3 terms are in GP, what can I say about those 3 terms? Tell me, what can I say about those 3 terms? Of course, if those 3 terms are in GP, then middle term, square of the middle term will be equal to product of the first and the last term, right? That is B by 16, correct? And these 3 terms are in AP. Then what can I say about those 3 terms? I can say middle term will be equal to average of the first and the last term. That is 1 by A plus 6 divided by 2. Correct? Here B is equal to what? 16A square. Fine? Okay. Now, yeah. So just compute this. What we will get? We will get 1 plus 6A. Oh, what happened? Yeah, okay, sorry. Yes. We will get 1 plus 6A divided by 2A is equal to 1 by B. So B is nothing but 16A square, right? Okay. Now just try to compute this. Just take cross multiplication and try to compute it. You can observe here I have A square. This A get cancelled. So I will get 1 is equal to 1 plus 6A 1 plus 6A into 16 divided by 2, right? Yeah. So it's gonna be what? It's 16A. 8. Just solve it. What we will get? Compute this value and tell me. It's gonna be 8A plus 48A square is equal to 1. Take all the terms on one side. This is the value you're gonna get. Okay. And now tell me the roots of this equation. Answer me in the chat box. Let me know what are the roots of this equation. Yes. Okay. Answer me in the chat box. So when you compute this, root of this equation that we're gonna get will be A is equal to 1 by 12 and minus 1 by 4. Okay. These are the two values we will get. But what they mentioned, they already mentioned that A and B are greater than 0. So A is equal to minus 4 is not valid, right? So it is discarded. So we got one value of A. That is A is equal to, A is equal to 1 by 12. We already know that B is equal to 16A square. Okay. B is equal to 16A square, right? So it's gonna be B is equal to 16 by 144. So B value will be equal to what? It will be equal to 1 by 9. Now they're asking us to find value of what? Value of 72 into A plus B. So 72 into A plus B will be equal to 72 into 1 by 12 plus 1 by 9. Okay. So that will be equal to what? That will be equal to, just compute this, it's gonna be 14. Okay. So is this clear to you? Any doubt in this question? How we have done it? Just make use of that arithmetic mean definition here, okay? Make use of arithmetic mean, geometric mean definition for both these sequences, and then you will get one equation, solve it, and find the values of A and B. Okay, this is what we have done. So is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? YouTube people as well as Zoom. Any doubt in this? Okay. There is no doubt. Then we move ahead. Right? We'll go to the next part. Okay then. Next, yeah. Next is a question here. So this is a homework question. Just try this in your home and let me know answer in the tomorrow's class, the next class. Okay, it's Monday's class. So the question is: a geometric progression consists of an even number of terms. If the sum of all the terms is 5 times the sum of the term occupying sum of the terms occupying odd places, then its common ratio is. A GP consists of an even number of terms. Okay. Even number of terms, by even number of terms we mean 2n terms, right? So let AR squared, so on, raised to AR raised to 2n minus 1. Let this be a GP, okay? It has 2n number of terms. It's an even number, like 2n. So if sum of all terms is 5 times the sum of the term occupying odd places, then it's common ratio. So just make use of this data, okay? Find sum of all terms. 5 times sum of all terms will be equal to sum of the odd terms. Which are the odd terms here? This is the first term. This is the odd term. Second, this is the odd term. Third term. This is the odd term. Again, if you leave this term, and so alternate terms will be what? Odd terms. Okay. So just try to solve this question and find the answer for it. So let me know answer in the next class. If you are not getting, then we'll solve it in the next class. Okay. Fine then. Is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this question? Okay. If there is no doubt, we'll move ahead. Okay. So the next is third type of progression, that is harmonic progression. Okay. So what is harmonic progression? It's nothing but it's a sequence whose terms are reciprocal of terms of AP. Okay. A sequence is said to be in HP if the reciprocal of its terms are in AP. That is, if A1, A2, A3 up to AN is a HP, okay? We call this sequence as HP. If I consider reciprocal of each term, that is reciprocal of A1, 1 by A1, then 1 by A2, 1 by A3, so on. If these terms are in AP, then we can say A1, A2 up to AN are in HP, okay? So that is what harmonic progression is. Harmonic progression is nothing but it's a reciprocal of arithmetic progression. Remember that. Terms should be reciprocal of arithmetic progression. Right? We do not have the formula for the sum of the n terms of HP. Yes. It's quite difficult to compute, right? If we don't have any like pattern, common difference or common ratio here. So it is quite difficult to compute the formula for sum of the n terms of HP. Okay. So is it clear to you on what is HP? Any doubt in the HP? Yes. Any doubt in this? Well, if there is no doubt, we'll go to the next one. The general form of harmonic progression is 1 by A, 1 by A plus D, 1 by A plus 2D, so on up to 1 by A plus n minus 1 into D. This is natural, right? As its reciprocal terms are in AP, you can observe the denominator terms are in AP. A plus D, A plus 2D, so on up to A plus n minus D. What is that? Those terms are general terms of AP, right? And we are considering reciprocal of that. Therefore, this will be the general term of harmonic progression. Fine. And no term of any HP can be 0. Yes. Why so? There's a note point here. No term of any HP can be 0. Why? What happens if the term of HP is 0? Tell me, why it shouldn't be 0? Okay. So no term of HP can be 0. Why? Because if you take a reciprocal of a 0, what it will be? it will be undefined, right? 1 by 0 is what? Infinite. It's not defined. So that's a reason. So in that case, AP will not be defined. So that's a reason no term of HP should be 0. Fine. So is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Well. Then if there is no doubt, we'll go to the next part. Next is for a HP whose first term is A and the second term is B, the nth term is what? Tn is equal to A plus B, AB into, A into B divided by B plus N minus 1 into D, okay? Fine? Well. Okay. Okay, fine. Sorry for disturbance. Yeah. So Tn will be equal to A into B divided by B plus N minus 1 into A minus B. How have we got this? How did we get this? See, they're saying let two terms T1 is equal to let T1 is equal to A and T2 is equal to B. These are terms of HP, right? Then if I take T1 is equal to, then T1 is equal to 1 by A, capital T2 is equal to 1 by B, what? There will be terms of AP, right? Correct? What will be the nth term in AP? Nth term in AP will be equal to first term A, that is 1 by A plus N minus 1 into D, right? D is nothing but 1 by B minus 1 by A. Difference between two consecutive terms. Correct? So just compute this. When you compute this, what will you get? You will get A into B minus, we will get B plus N minus 1 into A minus B divided by AB, right? So Tn is equal to this. So what will the nth term of HP? It's a reciprocal of AP, right? So yes. Okay. So Tn will be equal to what? Tn will be equal to 1 by nth term of AP. So that will be equal to A into B divided by, just take reciprocal of this, B plus N minus 1 into A minus B. Okay. So whenever first and second terms are given to you all and you know number of terms, then you can find the nth term of the HP. Okay. So this is the formula that you can make use of. So any doubt in this? Is it clear to you all? Yeah. Tell me if you have any doubt in this. Please respond in the chat box so that I can know people are understanding. Okay. So it will be very good if we interact. So interaction is very important. It creates interest in the class. So please do respond. Fine. Okay. Fine then. So if this is clear to you all, we'll go to the next part. Next, there's a problem here. They're asking us to compute the 16th term of HP if the 6th and 11th term of HP are 10 and 18 respectively. Okay. So what they have said, 6th term of HP is equal to 10 and 11th term of HP is equal to what? 18. Okay. So what does it mean? So these are in HP. If I consider AP, then 6th term will be what? It will be equal to reciprocal of this 1 by 10 and 10th term will be what? It will be 1 by 18. Correct? Now we have to find 16th term. To find 16th term, we should know value of A and D, right? 16th term will be what? First, if we find 16th term of AP, then easily we can find 16th term of HP. Take reciprocal of that. To find 16th term of AP, we should know A and D value. Correct? 16 term will be nothing but A plus 15D, right? Yes. So now T6, what I can say? I can say T6 is A plus 5D is equal to 1 by 10. And this will be what? This will be A plus this 11, right? 11th term. So 10D is equal to 1 by 18. Correct? So consider this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Okay. Just subtract equation 2 from 1. What will you get? So when you subtract these two equations, we will get 5D is equal to 1 by 18 minus 1 by 10. Okay. So 1 by 18 minus 1 by 10 will be what? And we have 5D here. Just compute it. Tell me the value. So D will be equal to, so this will imply D is equal to minus 2 divided by 225. Okay. So if you compute this, just take a LCM and find the value. It's gonna be D equal to minus 2 divided by 225. Here we found the value of D now. Correct? Now what we need to find the 16th term? We need the value of A, right? So how we can find the value of A? Tell me. We can make use of any of this equation, right? So just consider the equation 1 and substitute this D value there. We will get the value of A, correct? So let's do it. We know A plus 5D is equal to 1 by 10, right? Just substitute D value here. D value will be A plus 5 into minus 2 divided by 225 is equal to 1 by 10. Just compute it. You will get the value of A is equal to 13 by 90. Okay. When you solve it, you will get the value of A is equal to 13 by 90. Well, we found the value of A and D now. So what will be the T16 in case of AP? T16 will be what? It will be A plus 15D. Correct? So this is gonna be, just substitute the value 16 by 90 plus 15 into minus 2 by 225. Correct? Just compute it and we will get the value as 1 by 90. Okay? When you compute it, we will get the value as 1 by 90. Okay? So yes, if this is 1 by 90, in the case of HP, so in the case of HP, 16 term will be what? Reciprocal of the term of AB, right? That will be T16. So it's gonna be 90. So T16 gonna be what? 90. So is it clear to you? Any doubt in this procedure? How we have done it? We just considered the 10th and 18th term of HP and we converted that into AP. We solved, as we solved in AP completely, we found term value of the 16th term in AP, and as we want 16th term of HP, we took reciprocal of it. Okay, this is what we have done in the problem. So is it clear to you all? So whenever they ask HP and they give terms, just convert that HP into AP and then solve it, because we are more familiar with the AP terms and we can easily compute it. And then at the end, whatever term value we will get, just take a reciprocal of it. Okay, this is how you have to solve the HP problems. So yeah, yes. So if this is clear to you all, then we'll go to the next part. Okay, next one. Fine. Well, next is harmonic mean. Okay, so what do we mean by harmonic mean? Harmonic mean, we say B is the harmonic mean between A and C, and the B value is given by 2 into AC divided by A plus C. Okay, if A, B, C and HP, then this B will be what? Harmonic mean between A and C, and that will be equal to 2AC divided by A plus C. How actually we got this? Same thing. ABCR and HP means convert that into AP. What we will get? 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C will be in what? AP, right? So what will be the 1 by B arithmetic mean in AP? It will be equal to 1 by B is equal to 1 by A plus 1 by C divided by 2. Correct? So what does this imply? It will imply 1 by B is equal to A plus C divided by AC whole divided by 2. Now we want the value of B, right? So just take the reciprocal, shift all these terms on this side and the LHS on RHS side. Just take a reciprocal, that's better. So if you take a reciprocal, we get B is equal to what? B is equal to 2 AC divided by A plus C. So is this clear to you all? Any doubt in this? So this is nothing but this is the harmonic mean between two terms. If ABC are in HP, then harmonic mean will be what? It will be equal to B, which is equal to 2AC divided by A plus C. So please do remember this, okay? Well, okay. If this is clear to you all, then what we'll do? We'll go to the next one. Fine? Next. So next is n harmonic means between two numbers. So how to compute these values when we have n harmonic mean between two numbers A and B? How can we solve it? Okay. Same thing. If A, H1, H2, H3, so on up to HN, B are in HP. Whenever HP sequence is given to you all, convert that to AP. It's the easiest way to solve it. So when we convert that to AP, what we're going to get? 1 by A, 1 by H1, 1 by H2, so on up to 1 by B, right? Correct. So if 1 by A, 1 by B are the first and last terms of AP, so this in between terms, this will be n arithmetic means of AP, right? Correct? N arithmetic means of AP. So now tell me what is the, how do we find K arithmetic mean? There we do R, right? R arithmetic mean. Yeah. How do we find the R arithmetic mean? That we studied in our yesterday's class, right? If this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, so on up to this AN, how can we find AR is equal to? Correct? AR will be equal to what? It will be equal to A, first term. Okay, let me take this as capital A, this as capital B. So it will be equal to what is M and N. Okay, it is, yeah. It will be equal to first term, that is capital A plus R into last term, capital B minus A divided by N plus 1. Okay. Now AR. What is capital A here? Capital A is nothing but 1 by A. Correct? Plus. What is R? R is nothing but R as it is. Let me keep R as it is. Capital B is 1 by B minus 1 by A divided by N plus 1, right? Okay. Now, yeah, AR is nothing but 1 by HR. So 1 by HR will be equal to 1 by A plus R into 1 by B minus 1 by A divided by N plus 1. So this is how we find the Rth term, okay? HR. Just compute this. Solve until this point. You will, when you find the value of this, take a reciprocal of it. When you take a reciprocal of it, you will get Rth harmonic mean between A and B, okay? So this is a formula to find the Rth harmonic mean between A and B. So if A and B are given to you and you have to find the values of harmonic mean, you can make use of this formula. So is it clear to you all? Any doubt in this? Anything? Well, Cool, very good. If there is no doubt in this, well and good. Then yes. We'll go to the next one. Next, there are some problems. I'll just give these problems for the homework, okay? These are quite very easy problems. Just you have to make use of harmonic mean formula, that is H. If the harmonic mean between A and B, then it will be equal to 2AB divided by A plus B, okay? Just make use of this. Okay? Just make use of this. You will get the value of this question. And next, there's one more homework question. So two more homework questions. So this was the question asked in the AIEEE 2006. So please try to solve these questions, okay? Just try to find the answer of this. And let me know answer in the next class. Fine? So now let us revise what are things that we learned in our today's class. Let's have a quick revision. So in our today's class, what all things we learned? We studied about the properties, right? We studied about the properties of geometric mean. In properties, what are things we studied? If you multiply, so if we take power to a constant, if you have a constant term and we take a power to each term of the geometric progression, then that sequence that we get will also be a geometric progression. And if you have two geometric progressions, and if you multiply corresponding terms of each this geometric progression, the resulting sequence will also be a geometric progression. And we'll also learn that product of the first and the last term will be equal to product of the terms which are equidistant from the beginning as well as the end, right? These are all things we learned in the properties of geometric mean. Then we'll see what is harmonic progression, correct? Harmonic progression is nothing but reciprocal of arithmetic progression. The terms in harmonic progression will be reciprocal of terms in the arithmetic progression, okay? After that, we learn the harmonic mean, right? Yes. So harmonic mean is nothing but if you have three terms, A, B, C, B will be the harmonic mean and it will be equal to 2AB divided by 2AC divided by A plus C. Fine? So these are the 3 points that we have learned. So in the next class, we'll see arithmetic geometric progression. What is that? And we'll also see series, okay? Some of the series, how to find. Fine? So until then, have a nice day. If you have any doubt, so please ask me in the chat box. Yes, YouTube students, if you have any doubt, ask me in the chat box as well as the Zoom students. Okay. If there are no doubts, then well and good. We'll meet in the next class and we'll discuss this chapter furthermore. And please do solve the model questions also, okay? Here we are picking very few questions. But in model, you find plenty of questions. Please do solve them. And we'll meet in the next class. Till then, have a nice day. Bye-bye.